I want you to do one thing next time you pick up a chocolate bar. Flip it over and read the ingredients like a detective. Because the front of the wrapper is marketing, the back is the confession. Some bars lean on cacao butter and cacao solids like they're supposed to. Others lean on extra oils, emulsifiers, preservatives, and flavor boosters to imitate what cacao used to provide. In the next few minutes, I'll give you a simple good/bad/ugly label test. Then I'll run 5 bars through it so you can copy the moves. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 1, Alter Eco 100%. So let's start with the bar. People call too intense. Alter Eco 100%. Dark chocolate. You hear 100% and you think it's for extreme eaters, but it's actually the cleanest test you can run because there's nowhere for sugar or extra oils to hide. Here's the truth. A lot of bars feel smooth even when they're not built on cocoa butter the way real chocolate is. Companies can swap in cheaper fats and use texture tricks so it still melts and snaps. That's when you stop eating chocolate and start eating a fat and sugar system that just happens to be brown. With a 100% bar, the label has to match the claim. 100% cacao means no added sugar. Then you check the ingredient list and you want it boring. Cacao beans or cacao mass plus cacao butter. The shorter it is, the less room there is for filler, natural flavors, or mystery helpers that prop up low-grade cacao. It's like buying straight coffee beans instead of a sweetened coffee drink. Now the taste. Without a sugar blanket, you notice bitterness first, then fruit, then roast. That bite is what a lot of brands try to sand down with vanilla-type flavoring and extra fat. The payoff is control. You're judging cacao, not a cover-up. Take 2 squares after dinner, or shave it into yogurt or oats so you get chocolate flavor without candy-level sweet. Number 2, Rocca 100%. Next up, Rocca 100% cacao, and this is where you learn a hard lesson. 2. 100% bars can behave like 2 different foods. The split isn't the number on the front, it's the process. Most people see the word dark and assume clean and simple. But if a maker roasts hard and processes heavy, it can iron out the bean's natural flavor. Then the formula has to get rescued with helpers, so it still tastes right to the average mouth. Rocca leans into an unroasted style, and that changes what you taste. Roasting usually builds that familiar warm, toasty note and can calm down sharp edges. Skip it, and you keep more of the bean's original traits: brighter acidity, fruit-leaning notes, and a different aroma that doesn't read like standard supermarket chocolate. And here's the kicker. This bar is built from one ingredient: cacao beans. No added cacao butter to soften the texture. No extra fats to fake a silkier melt. When the cacao has real character, you don't need vanilla-style cover, and you don't need a shelf life patch like TBHQ or a mouthfeel fixer like PGPR. Bottom line, real isn't just percent. It's whether the cacao can stand on its own. Do this tasting drill. Smell it first. Let a piece melt slow. Note sour, bitter, and any hint of sweet. Long label, loud flavor, flat finish. Number 3, Green and Black's 85%. You think Green and Black's 85% is the safe pick? The wrapper looks grown up, the price feels serious, and 85% sounds like a purity badge. That's exactly why people get fooled, because once you trust the number, you stop reading. And the back of wrapper is where you can see if the bar stays cacao first, or if it slides into the candy playbook with extra help from emulsifiers and flavor boosts. Start at the top of the ingredient list. Labels list ingredients by weight. If sugar shows up earlier than you expect, that 85% doesn't feel as clean in real life. Then check what kind of sugar it uses, because cane sugar and less refined styles signal a different level of processing than more generic, heavily processed sugar. Now look for the flavor line. Vanilla can mean real vanilla, but it can also mean vanillin or vague, natural flavors. That's a broad bucket, and it's often used to smooth out rough cacao or make the taste feel warmer than the beans can deliver. Then scan for soy lecithin. It's an emulsifier that makes chocolate flow easier in factories, but soy is a common allergen. If you're allergy sensitive, that one word matters. Price doesn't equal purity. Legacy brands can charge more and still optimize for mass production. Bottom line, when the list reads like a chemistry assist, it's candy in a suit. Your rule is simple: cacao mass and cacao butter up top, minimal sugar, and nothing weird. Number 4, HU 70% Plus. Next up, Who 70% Plus Dark Chocolate. This brand sells the idea of "we removed the junk," which makes it a perfect audit. If a company claims it's clean, the label should read clean. But don't let clean branding do the thinking for you. The only thing that counts is the formula. You're looking for 3 classic shortcuts that turn chocolate into a sugar and oil machine. Added vegetable oils, vague flavor clouds, and texture hacks that hide weak cacao. So you scan like a whistleblower. First, check for added oils, especially hydrogenated oils. That's a factory move. Cheaper structure, longer shelf life, and a waxy feel that lingers. If you see vegetable oil or anything hydrogenated, you're not buying a cacao bar anymore. Next, look for PGPR. It's an emulsifier used to make thick chocolate flow with less cocoa butter. Plain English. It saves money and smooths mouthfeel like putting drywall over a cracked wall. Then watch for TBHQ. That's a preservative used to slow rancid flavors and fats. It helps storage and shipping, not taste and quality. What you actually want in a 70% plus bar is simple. Cacao mass and cacao butter carry the weight. Sugar shows up, but it doesn't take over. The list stays short enough to explain to a kid. If Who stays away from the evil mafia twins and skips oil blends, you get an everyday bar that tastes like chocolate, not frosting. Your shopping script is, show me cacao first, sugar second, and no mystery helpers. Drop the worst ingredient list you've seen in the comments. Number 5, Pasha, 85%. Now at Pasha Organic, 85%. Dark chocolate, and this is where real chocolate gets real life. If a bar shuts out people with allergies, it's not a premium treat. It's a risk with good packaging. Here's the problem. Chocolate bars love to sneak in little add-ons. Soy lecithin shows up for texture, milk powders show up for softness, and shared equipment can turn a no-dairy ingredients bar into a gamble. For some people, that's not a preference, that's a safety issue. Pasha gets attention because it sticks closer to the basic chocolate blueprint, with cacao as the main event and fewer unnecessary extras. And in allergy land, that matters more than fancy tasting notes. Chocolate factories handle lots of ingredients, and tiny traces can ride along like glitter at a craft table. Labels also get vague fast, especially when a brand leans on broad, may-contain language without clear facility details. So run the cacao first test from an allergy angle. You want a short list you can read without decoding. You want clear allergen info and certifications that show the company takes cross-contact seriously. You're not chasing perfection, you're cutting down variables that trigger reactions. The payoff is relief. You get an 85% bar where cacao does the work without forcing you to bet on hidden soy or dairy. Final tool. In the store, take a photo of the ingredients and allergen statement, then compare at home before you commit. That's the whole game. The front sells you a story. The ingredient list tells you if you're buying cacao or buying a sugar and oil machine wearing a chocolate costume. Read the order like a receipt. Ingredients list by weight, so cacao mass and cacao butter should lead. When sweeteners, artificial flavors, money, or added oils crowd the top, you're paying for tricks. And as Vani Hari warns, thousands of secret food chemicals can be hidden under the label artificial flavors. Next time you shop, treat PGPR, TBHQ, and hydrogenated oils as walkaway signals. Subscribe now and I'll show you what to avoid and what's actually safe.